Are you running a successful, profitable online business, but you're unsure of how to take your business profits and build real wealth for true financial freedom for you and your family in the future? If so, this video was made exactly for you. I'm going to walk through my exact process for how I help clients create a financial playbook that takes business profits to real wealth and builds financial flexibility in their lives. I'm Justin Green, certified financial planner and the owner and founder of Assist Financial Planning, where I help online creators, consultants, coaches, and service providers build a financial playbook to build real wealth and to start reaching that financial flexibility that they dreamed of when they started their online business. All right, so the very first step is to do a realistic assessment of where you are with your financial situation. Now, a lot of advisors and clients, they try and skip this step. They go straight to the big, hairy, audacious goal and what they want to achieve. But the reality is you have to know where you're starting. So what's the starting point? Where are you going? And then we can build a plan in between. But I'm a realist and I want to know, how dire is the situation? What is the starting point? And that's going to be really important when it comes to figuring out what the actionable playbook is for you and your family to build financial freedom. So when we're doing an assessment, I'm looking at different parts of your financial plan to see what is your business revenue, what is flowing down to profit, and are you actually paying yourself? Because one of the biggest mistakes I see online business owners making is that they reinvest all the profits back into their business, which that could work if you were a software company and you were backed by, venture capital. But if you're a solopreneur or small business owner running a business based on your knowledge and your expertise and your coaching, well, that's not going to work long term, because when is that profit going to come? And so I'm going to look at that and see, okay, are you actually profitable? And if so, how much are you paying yourself? And then the next thing I want to take a look at is on the personal side is, what's your net worth? So net worth is assets minus liabilities. So simpler way to put that is, what do you own minus what do you owe? And sometimes this is a negative number if you're a younger individual and have student loans, credit card debt, etc. And that's fine. We just want to know, what is the starting point? And so you want to take and list out all your assets on the left-hand side, all your liabilities on the right-hand side, add up the assets, add up the liabilities, subtract them from each other, and you'll get what your net worth is. And that's a really good measuring stick for the future as you are implementing the action plan of the financial playbook, so you can see what is your net worth tracking over time. The other one is your savings rate. I want to see, are you actually saving anything right now? Because someone who comes to me and says, hey, I want financial freedom, and I take a look and there's no savings going on at all right now and it's a low net worth, okay, then I need to set the realistic expectation that this is not going to happen overnight, right? It's kind of like weight loss in a sense, where if someone came and they were 300 pounds, they wanted to get to 100 pounds, as a fitness coach, you would need to realistically set the expectation of we can get you pretty far in 90 days and get you on the right track, but you are not going to hit your ultimate goal of losing 200 pounds in 90 days. It just does not work that way. And building wealth and financial freedom is a very similar thing. We can get a lot of things in place in 90 days, which is the initial engagement period for a financial playbook with my firm and how I help clients. But 90 days is probably not going to be enough to get you to your end goal. It's really just going to be the catalyst to get you started. And so that's why we want to take a look at, what are you saving now? What is your net worth? And honestly, what is your liquidity? As a business owner, you're going to need an emergency fund for those volatile months of cash flow. And so we want to see what your liquidity is at now and where does it need to be. So then the second step is, okay, what is the vision? What are your family values? What do you and your family value financially? Do you have children? How do you want to raise those children? Do you want to pay for private school? Do you want to pay for college? There's an endless amount of possibilities when working with individuals. And this is why you need your own personal financial playbook. You can't just do what everyone else on the internet says to do. You can't just follow the crypto bros or, read a tweet about what to invest in. You have to really figure out what it is you and your family want to achieve, and then build a playbook that is designed specifically for your goals. And so we get your vision, then we boil that down to more specific goals. I want to have an emergency fund of X amount by X date. I want to increase my savings percentage to X amount, etc. What are realistic goals that you can achieve, and how do we measure that over time? The third one and I've kind of touched on this throughout the first two, is all right, now we build the financial playbook. And so we're going to look at 5 core areas for a business owner. That's going to be your business finances, your personal cash flow, your investment plan, your tax strategist is huge for a business owner, and then ultimately your insurance/estate planning. I kind of group that into one. That's one core area. But I just want to see, do you have proper health insurance? Do you have life insurance for your family if necessary? Do you have proper liability insurances in your business? And do you have a will, a trust, etc., whatever you might need for your estate planning needs? So taking a look at those 5 core areas and seeing what changes need to be made, what actions do you need to take to get that plan in alignment for where you want to go. And then the fourth and most important step is executing the plan, right? Because the perfect plan on paper is useless if you never actually go out and take action on that plan. And so how do you execute this plan? A couple things to consider is, what can you automate, right? Can you automate a savings deposit into an online savings bank that goes towards your emergency fund? Can you automate investment contributions into a Roth IRA or into a brokerage account? Like, what can you realistically automate that's not going to require a lot of heavy lifting from you on a day-to-day, month-to-month basis? The second question is, like, who can help you execute this? Are you able to do it on your own, or do you need a professional to help you manage your investments, to run tax projections, etc.? So think about those different areas, and maybe you just need some accountability, right? Like, maybe you know yourself and you're like, I know I can do this, but if left to my own device, I'm probably going to push it off because, well, most people don't like to deal with their finances. So understanding how you're going to execute the plan is extremely important, which is why I help clients either DIY it, or I'll take their investments and manage it for them and run quarterly reviews to help keep them accountable to the goals that they provide. All right, so if you're an online business owner and you just don't feel like you have the expertise to create this financial playbook for yourself, go ahead, schedule a free introductory call with myself to hire a certified financial planner to be on your team and help you create your own personalized financial playbook that gets you from building profit in your business to actually building wealth in your real life.